Hello and welcome to my channel, Boo Snakes and More. For more videos like this, also watch my other house channel, A&A Snakes and Stuff, my youngest son's channel, He Needs Toys and Games, or my oldest son's channel, Little Chris 10. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the X-Men, so let's dive in. X-Men Evolution was one of a kind animated series that still holds up today. Here are the 15 best characters in the show. Before the Avengers became emblematic of watercolor talk, Saturday morning cartoons were the talk of the playground. Among the weekend cartoons were shows like The Flintstones, Pink Panther, and Sailor Moon. In the 90s, Marvel premiered one of the most prolific superhero cartoons, X-Men, the animated series, which ran from 1992 through 1997. The X-Men are a group of mutant superheroes created by Charles Xavier, also known as Professor X. Once the series ended, 3 years passed by before the premiere of X-Men Evolution, which shows the mutants as teens instead of adults. X-Men Evolution referred to the first X-Men comics, featuring the prolific group. Fans who enjoyed the 90s animated series could bask in the new animated series since the characters remain the same, albeit younger. Characters like Wolverine, Professor X, and Storm are featured, as they are often the faces of the group. Yet the series also featured prolific villains like Magneto and Mystique, who create the Brotherhood of Mutants. This group consists of Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, Magneto's children, among others. In the series, the X-Men and the Brotherhood are in constant conflict, with Mystique trying to recruit X-Men like Nightcrawler and Rogue. Below, in no particular order, are 15 of the best characters from the most watched animated series. Number 15, Wolverine. One of the 3 teachers at Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters, Wolverine, also known as Logan, may not seem like the ideal teacher, but a superhero who has spent decades trying to control his temper. He is perfect for teaching teens who recently discovered their powers. His approach in class is to show them how to control their emotions and powers with compassion for the times they lose control. Logan's lessons on self-compassion aren't always exempt. Sometimes he teaches his students through gentle nudges in the right direction to reassure them. Professor X. As the leader of the X-Men, it's no surprise that Charles Xavier would start a school for gifted youth. His vision for the school was to help students control their powers, which is why he chose Wolverine to be a fellow teacher. However, his powers are not super strength or controlling elements like his fellow X-Men. As a telepath, Professor X has a different approach to harnessing one's abilities. Marvel explains that during Charles' word travels, he encountered a mutant who used their power for malice. This encounter forever changed Charles, as he chose to dedicate his life to helping others. Number 13, Cyclops. One of the original students at Xavier's School was Scott Summers, also known as Cyclops, among his peers. Scott was the eldest and competitively the most rigid and mature. He's the most like Wolverine in how he is. Scott also reflects Charles' tendency to be himself. Due to his confident and reserved nature, his peers look up to him as both an aspirational mutant and older brother. But of the students at the school, Scott is least likely to be voted class clown since he follows the rules to the letter. Number 12, Nightcrawler. Kurt, also referred to as Nightcrawler, is Cyclops' closest friend at school. Though he is the outgoing classmate who brings out the human side of Cyclops, but sometimes Kurt becomes too excited, and he ends up in trouble. Whenever he gets in trouble, he often saves himself and others from being in worse trouble. Every mutant is born with their powers, but some of the mutants, like Logan and Kurt, are subjected to genetic experiments. Number 11, Quicksilver. As one of the members of the Brotherhood of Mutants, Quicksilver is a cunning villain. On par with Loki, the god of mischief, he aligns with his father Magneto simply for his own gain. Though he is loyal to his father, he has no problem betraying him or his sister, Scarlet Witch. In fact, Quicksilver is willing to throw everyone else under the bus for his own survival, even though he can avoid danger with his super speed despite his diverseness. Pinito is trusted by his father to take over the Brotherhood. Number 10, Beast. Beast joins Charles and Logan as educators at the School for Gifted Youngsters. Between his teacher colleagues, Beast is most likely going to enjoy himself. Additionally, he is one of the X-Men who gained his powers through a scientific mishap, like Bruce Banner's lab accident with the Super Soldier Serum. Though unlike the Hawk, Beast seems to have more control than his non-human state. Among the X-Men who are captured, Hawk is often one of the targets. Number 9, Magneto. As Charles began his school for mutant teens, his rival Magneto formed a group of mutants called the Brotherhood for short. The rivalry between the two is simple but complex. James McAvery, who portrays Charles in the X-Men franchise, explains that Charles has a God complex, but it stems from a compassionate place, especially for Eric/Magneto as the Thing's recalls. Yet Magneto, whose methods may not resonate with Charles, wants the same thing as his foe, a world where mutants are protected. Number 8, Mystique. Raven/Mystique is associated with Magneto and does the recruitment for the Brotherhood on his behalf. While she does his bidding, Mystique is not under any spell. Raven is fully aware of how Magneto sees the world and even agrees with him on how mutants should be treated. However, her reactive and impulsive nature can be to her detriment, which may be why she is seen as Magneto's pawn and not his partner. This is apparent when she is captured by Area 51 scientists and leaves the Brotherhood. Number 7, Jubilee. With a name like Jupiter and Lee, a school full of mutants might seem like the least place she'd turn up. Jubilee, as she is known in the X-Men world, is a mutant with powers that resemble fireworks. She is one of the new recruits to Xavier's school and often ditches class to spend time at the mall with her friends. Although when her classmates or teachers need her, she's there. Jubilee might prefer the mall over training, but if she gets to spend time with her friends, she's golden. Number 6, X-23. When Hilda captured Wolverine, they used his DNA to create a clone, so they could have their own Wolverine. X-23 is the result of their cloning experiment, and due to Hydera's grooming, she grew to be a resentful but calculating warrior. She eventually confronts Wolverine, whom she assumes has been aware of her existence and was actively involved. But as Wolverine talks her down, she goes on the run from Hilda and S.H.I.E.L.D. X-23 doesn't join the school, but her story is crucial to Wolverine's. Number 5. Danielle Moonstar / Marge. Danielle is discovered by Shadowcat, a mutant who can easily move through matter. While hibernating in a cave after being separated from her family, Shadowcat and Danielle become friends quickly as Danielle admires Shadowcat for her ability to control her powers. What's more, this union was due to a powerful dream that Shadowcat entered. Danielle has the power to cast illusions. Much like Charles Xavier, however, Danielle can essentially project herself into others' minds like she did with Shadowcat. 4. Scarlet Witch. Wanda is Magneto's twin sister and Magneto's daughter. Unlike her brother, who has interior motives, Wanda has yet to control her emotions. Due to her emotional state and mastermind rearranging her memories, she is a powerful asset to the Brotherhood. In X-Men Evolution, several characters lose control of their powers, including Wanda. She is also being trained by Agatha Harkness before being reunited with her father and brother. Number 3, Jean Grey. It Girl of Xavier's School of Gifted Youngsters is Jean Grey, also known as Phoenix. She is dating Scott, but is sometimes jealous of the other girls at school when they're around him. Much like Charles Xavier, Jean possesses telekinetic and telepathic powers. But as Comic Book Resources explains, her telepathic powers are stronger than Charles because she can change the course of their lives simply by implanting the thought. Number 2, Rogue. While many of the X-Men are portrayed as teenagers, their powers and personalities remain virtually the same. But Raven, also known as Rogue, has a completely different personality. Instead of being confident and friendly, she mirrors Scarlet Witch in being antisocial and shy. Of the characters who lost control of their powers, Rogue was the only one to be possessed by a classmate. Though unlike her classmates, she is able to absorb other mutants' powers. 1. Storm. As one of the teachers, Storm shows elegance and pose in how to control one's powers. Storm can control the weather with a thought, or when in an enclosed space, which is more lethal. Due to the spectrum with her abilities, Storm can appear calm on the outside but anxious on the inside. One of the teachers she feels most calmed by is Wolverine, who can sense when she is anxious despite outward appearances. Considering that Storm works with teen mutants, it's important for her students to see the spectrum of control over powers that manifest through thoughts. Thank you for watching this video and peace out till the next one.